Good morning, YouTube. We're going to talk about this. The Ames Pro. Holosun was kind enough to send me one, a gold one, which, well, to me, purple is really the color that I'm pushing for. Um, but gold will be interesting to try. So we'll talk about that in a second. Before we get into it, um, I did have a class shift range locations a little bit in Pennsylvania, which created some openings. The class is coming up kind of soon. So I told the organizer I'd promote on YouTube. So it is near Lebanon, Pennsylvania. It's a 2-day pistol fundamentals class. It's July 12th and 13th. I'm going to put the email address for the organizer down in the description if you're interested. Just email that guy. It's $600. If there's enough people there, it'll be me and Joel Park. Otherwise, it'll just be me. All right, so let's talk about this. The Ames Pro, which, here we are. Just slapped it on the rifle. It's on a very nice mount from ADM, which that's what most people know them for, is the mount. But the rifles are really, the rifle is insane if you ask me. The mount I'm less excited about, but the rifle makes my pants feel tight. That is for sure. All right. So here it is, the Ames Pro. Now, what is this? Why is this good? Most of my guns have 510Cs on them, which gigantic objective window. It has the same Holosun reticle options, and it's not very expensive. To me, it's like that's a relatively cheap training optic. I was buying those, putting those on guns like crazy for a while, and all was well. Holosun came out with the Ames, and to me, the objective window on the 510 is a little bit extra, I will admit. And the Ames is a closed emitter and a smaller objective window. And again, like it's more like a reasonable sized objective window because the 510 is like it's crazy. um, Now it's the 510, like, to me it is fine. And again, I bought a lot of those things and I shoot them and they're okay. What do I think about it? Like, again, over time, the objective window is bigger than it needs to be, which isn't a huge deal, except if I want to do something like occlude it, it's like so big, I can't even really occlude it because my non dominant eye can't see anything either because the window's so big. So, yeah, like, I got some of the Ames ones and those are better. Now, is that like a super high quality, like take it to war type of optic? Like, I don't know. There's a little bit of parallax, I think, because um, if I'm not perfectly positioned, if I'm like proned out, like zeroing the gun, I feel like I'm chasing the zero. If I'm not really consistent with my head position, I have heard from people that can do systematic testing of optics where it's like, hey, if we like test this thing minus 40 degrees to plus 140, it's going to shift the zero. And it's like, I don't know about that, but whatever, I'll take their word for it. This is the Ames Pro, which apparently is better. They've reduced the parallax or like maybe eliminated it. And like the Holosun guys are cool. I actually like them. If you're ever at a trade show and you see them there, you should go say hi because they're actually cool. I like them, and I take their word for it. They're like, yep, it's like less parallax, and in slapping this on the gun and shooting it, um, Joel and I did like a 2-day carbine thing, and it was just like, yes, this definitely appears better. Now, all that technical crap, like, I don't get too excited about it. What I like is color options. So this come in red, which of course it comes in red, green as well, which you guys know I like green, but it also comes in green. And they've added another color, gold, which is another color for me to play with. So that excites me. Now that might seem juvenile that that's exciting, but honestly, if you give me like a slightly different piece of gear, like, or a different holster to train from or whatever, like, it just motivates me to do training. Like, one thing that guys don't like talking about as far as like buying new guns or whatever is it does motivate you to go and do the things and actually practice. And to me, slapping a different color dot on here is like, I've had two color options for a long time over here. You know what I mean? Give me another option. Like that's fucking sick. That's exciting. All right. So in my opinion, it's like a greenish gold. It's like a slightly green tint to it, like very slight, but it is a gold it is a gold dot in here with the same Holosun reticle options, or at least the ones that I care about. What does it have? I think it's the 32 MOA circle, yeah, 2 MOA dot and 65 MOA circle. Yeah, there it is. Um, so it's like, yep, the same options that I'm used to, and it is it's gold. To me, the gold feels like a middle ground between the red and the green. A lot of people, like Joel, for example, hates the green. He's like, I just stare at this fucking thing. It's too much. Well, he doesn't use the F word that much, but he's like, I just stare at this thing. It's too bright. Like I don't like it. Was but be what he'll say. But for him, like the gold is way more tolerable. Um, to me, like I said, it feels like a middle ground. It's not red. It's not quite, it's not, I mean, in certain circumstances, the green is like obnoxious. This isn't that. It's like splits the difference in terms of how much it's inducing me to want to stare at it and how bright and apparent it appears. That's what it feels like to me. So far, so good. I like it. The optic itself seems improved in the ways that it was meant to be. So it's just like, to me, it's like all systems go so far. Now, what are you guys going to want to know about? Let's get to the price because that's what you guys Ames Pro price. I don't know the price because I don't pay too much attention to prices. That's the way I like to do it. Holosun Ames Pro. Seeing it here listed on some random ass site I have never used. Between $430. Choose an option. Red, green, gold. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so it's like I don't think they're not really charging you more money for it. They're just improving the offering and adding a color option. So like this is what I like. I like to see this. Um and like to me, I'm excited to shoot the gold more just because like I said, it's something different and just being different gets me a little bit excited and engaged. I can lord this over people that don't have it, which is going to be fun for a while until more people get it. Yeah, so that's how I feel about it. I did put out a thing on a photograph of what the reticle appears. It's a shit quality photograph, but you can at least get a sense of the color. Put a photo up on Instagram. One guy said, how does it compare to a normal red dot? I replied, it is a different color, which is true. It is a different color. One guy says, I tried it in Ames and hated it. Awful tint, fisheye, and parallax. Are the Pro X2 models any better? Yes, I think so. I didn't. I mean, I like the Ames fine. Like Pranka and Joel and like the nerds I know like the Ames. Like I like it. One guy says it's my favorite. Yeah, okay. Battery life sucks, but otherwise not a bad color. Like that, I don't know about how it's going to affect the battery life. I mean, I'll take your word for it if you say it's worse. But yeah, there you go. One guy says trash. Red is and always will be the best color. Another guy replies green dot supremacy. This is what I'm here for. People just having an inane argument about their color preference for the dots. This is why I love the internet. It's perfect. To me, I have all the colors. I enjoy all the colors of the rainbow. But listen up, you Holosun motherfuckers. I am holding out for the Mace Windu purple dot. That's really what I want. That will make me insanely excited. But until that comes out, I'll be rocking the gold because, like I said, it's kind of a middle ground. And like I do find myself, especially shooting at distance, like with the rifle, it's like I do start like tracking that sight up and down. The green, I like the greens a lot on handguns. I maybe don't like it as much on a rifle. The gold to me is really interesting because it's like apparent enough. It's easy to be aware of it, but I'm not induced to track it up and down as much. But there you go. Like it'll be interesting and fun to train with it. And like I said, lording this over people that don't have it, that's maybe the best part. Anyway, that's it for me.